Hello everyone, this is your queen of information coming to you today. Bring you lots of information, 14 skills that you will need to have if you need to survive in Canada. Before you carry a bag and you're going to Canada, make sure you learn so many skills. When you carry your bags and you're going to Canada, you can either suffer when you get there or you enjoy the opportunities that are available in the land. So today we're going to be discussing, most importantly, those skills that will help you to save money, make money, and these are the most important things why most people travel to Canada. So today I've listed 14 stuff that we're gonna skills that you can help yourself to make more money when you get to Canada. So before we go ahead, I want to make a quick disclaimer. I am not an immigration expert. If anybody is contacting you on any WhatsApp number, it is not me, unless you are booking for my one-on-one section, for which I'm going to send a link. Just know that it's not me communicating with you. I do not ask money from people. I do not ask money from anybody. So if anybody is reaching out to you on my behalf, I am giving a big disclaimer. So I just want to thank everyone that has tuned in today to listen to what we have to present. So if you see any strange message from anyone coming from this page, avoid them. They are scammer. We don't charge anyone on this page, okay? So if I have any class to train people in the future, I'm gonna put it out here clearly so anybody can understand. So don't take any information from anybody. Make sure it's me. Okay, let's go straight into business. The first business that you need to learn in Canada is driving skill. Once you know how to drive, it's going to make you money and it's going to save you money, because you need to go from point A to point B. It's not luxury. The road system is so great, so large to move from one place to another. Uber is expensive. It's cheaper for you to have your own car. It's easier for you to live with your car and move from one place to another. Even though there are buses in some parts, it's better for you to learn driving before coming, because if you take an Uber, for example, you'll be charged about maybe $50 for a ride, or if you come here to Canada before you learn to drive, you may be charged about $60 an hour. So make sure you learn how to drive and see if you can also do delivery services with your car when you get here, because those are the easiest jobs that you get when you get here. Uber Eats, okay? So even if you have a 9-to-5 job when you get here and you want to do like extra shifts after your job, one of the things that you can go out there and do is delivery jobs. So you can never go wrong when you learn how to drive before coming to Canada. So make sure you get your license before coming to Canada. Number 2, learn how to shave. Learn how to barb. Some people call it shave. Learn how to cut hair, because the cheapest haircut salon here will cost you about $30 to cut your hair. And before you go, you have to book an appointment. And what if the appointment is not available on the day that you actually want to cut your hair? So you might have to cut the hair yourself. So it's better for you to get yourself a skill in barbing hair. Imagine saving yourself $30, $40, especially for people that have to shave their hair every week. So because everyone is different, because for you to walk around here, you need to look presentable. You need to keep your hair nice. So we're talking about skills that can save you money and also help you make money and offer value to yourself. I have a friend whose son is 18 months, and she had to call someone to come and cut their hair. And there was this guy that just came to Canada, and he had not started doing his job yet, but this was quick money for him under the table, and he quickly made money by cutting this boy's hair. Number 3 skill that you need to learn is to learn how to paint. So if you want to learn how to paint, it's very, very easy. Even for your home, teaching your kids when they come back from school, Those are things that you can teach them, especially for your kids that write on the wall and stuff like that. You know, you want to make sure you teach them how to paint. So imagine that your children write on the wall and the wall is messed up. You don't want to spend so much money calling a worker to come and paint your wall. You can do it yourself, you know. Yeah, you definitely become a painter when you learn how to paint before coming to Canada. You can keep your house nice, keep your walls nice, because your children will need to grow and they will need to do all of this. It's easy to become a painter, and there are so many people who are needing these services. You may be surprised that this is a skill that can make you money and offer you value. So for you to have someone to come and paint a room for you in Canada, it costs about $300 to $400. So imagine giving yourself that value, saving $400 for yourself. If there's anything that you had to redo, if you had to leave an apartment, for example, and the apartment is asking you to pay because you made a mess on the wall, you can paint the wall yourself and you don't have to pay that money to the apartment. So these are good skills that you need to learn to make money, you know, before coming to Canada. And there's so much building going on in Canada, so many construction work going on. They need people that are doing these jobs, you know. They are needing people to do these things. They are doing renovations every day, you know. It's another job that you can do after your 9 to 5 job, you know, quick money. So learn how to paint before coming to Canada. Number 4 is a plumber. If plumber, yeah, plumber. It's a big deal here in Canada because they're always looking for people like carpenters. They're always looking for plumbers. They're always looking for welders, people to do these jobs. So they always need people to do these jobs, you know, because if something happens in your house, if your fixtures come down, you know, you don't need to call the landlord to come and fix it. You don't need to call a handyman to come and do it. I mean, you're not going to remain a tenant forever, but even if you're in your own home, you can save money instead of calling a plumber to come and clog the toilet. You know, your tap is not running, or your sink is blocked, your sink is leaking. It's gonna be of help to you if you learn how to do some of these plumbing jobs, because it's gonna cost you like hundreds of dollars, up to $700 to $1,000 if you need to fix like the pipe in the kitchen. For example, if there's a clock, you need to bring someone, it's going to cost you like $400 to do that. So if you have like a get together, people are doing like anniversaries, around wedding anniversaries, you can always announce these skills to them that you can do it. Even during this event, they can have issues that can come up, and you might just become very, very handy, you know, to provide these skills. The next skill we're going to talk about is to cook and bake. There's always some occasion, some party, something happening around here. So if you know how to cook and bake, there are people who need so much food to be delivered to their occasion. So you don't really need to get a license to start cooking, but you know, you can learn how to cook your food from where you come from, make them very well, because when you come here, you may be surprised. People may offer value to your handwork. You know, a cake, for example, may cost about $60. A regular cake, you know, no steps, just a regular cake may cost about $60. So you can imagine a cake is not difficult, but if you know how to make good cake, decorate it nicely, you know, it's a surviving skill that can keep you going and help you make money, you know. And some people don't have means. Some people want to do these things, but they don't have help to do it, so they are ready to pay for it. So these are skills that are very good for you to develop, and it's going to help you. So to take off some stress off you, you know, you want to make sure you learn some of these skills and make quick money. And also, you can cook good food that can last you for the whole week if you're working the whole week. So aside all of this, you know, aside from cooking from other people, you can cook for yourself. And there are some people who may not really contact you for an event. They may just contact you to cook food that they want to keep in their house. They might contact you to cook simple things like fish pie, meat pie, you know, scotch eggs. You know, if you know how to make those things, you're going to make quick money, you know. And now the next skill we're going to do, the sixth skill, is being a handyman. We just talked about a handyman. If you go to to Facebook, or if you go to Amazon and you buy something like a bed, furniture, sometimes you may need a handyman to come help set you up. Or you want to hang like your TV on the wall, you might need like a handyman to come and do it. And handymans are charging like $100. You want to mount a TV on the wall, they charge you like $95, you know. Yeah, because I've had to call a handyman to come and put the 2 TVs in my house. So it cost me about more than $100, close to $200. So, you know, but if you know how to do these things, if everyone living in the house, learn these skills, you know, when you land in Canada, go and buy the kits that you need. It's called a toolbox. Buy those toolboxes and keep for yourself. Whenever anybody, advertise yourself. Anytime anybody needs something, you know, some brands are Allen keys, you know, just buy them and keep. When it's time for you to come and do some handiwork, you buy it and go. You'll be surprised you have everything to adapt everywhere. I mean, you can use it for yourself, you can use it to do job for other people, you can use it and, you know, make quick money for yourself. Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you look at some of the tables that I have in my house, you know, I had to bring it home, and then my husband had to fix it. You know, some of the chairs, we had to bring it home, and we still had to do some little fixing. Even things like phones and laptops, little things to fix one thing or another. You don't really have to call somebody to come and fix it. I'm telling you, these things are very expensive. You know, it's going to save you a lot of money if you know these skills. You'll be surprised that some of these things are not really hard to do, and some of these people, when you call them to come and work for you, they're going to charge you per hour, you know. So that's why you see that things can really get expensive over here, you know. So I told somebody that somebody wanted to leave. She was living in a certain house that had a basement, and she had to leave, and she needed help to clean that basement. And for her to get a cleaner to do just the basement, it cost her $80. You know, somebody came and just cleaned and got $80. You know, but if you are handy, you can do all of these things. You can use the right cleaners, you can take your time, wipe out the area that needs to be wiped, and you can advertise your skills on Facebook Market for free. You don't pay anything. If you want to register yourself on Facebook Market, it's free, you know. And then number eight skill is how to braid. If you know how to braid, you know, in this country, hair is a luxury. Hair is a luxury. For you to do braids on your hair, it can cost you about $250. So if you don't have like an attachment and you really have to go buy the braids, just be ready. It's gonna be so expensive. And you know, when you put braids, how long do you keep braids? Because for somebody like me back home, remember back home, even if you do braids on your hair, you don't want to keep it for like, you just want to keep it for like 2-3 weeks, because after that it's no longer looking nice and you have to take it off, and you spend $250. So the value is, you know, the money is so expensive, you know, but there are people who are willing to pay for it, you know. So if you know how to do it, it's a way of making money. And every time you have to go and undo it, in case you want to take off the braids, it costs about $80 to undo the braids. So if you know how to make braids, if you do for 4 people, that's about $1,000 right there. $1,000 in a day, you can make it. So that's how easy it is to make money with braiding. And no matter how stingy you are, there's always going to be somewhere that you want to go and you want to do braids on your hair. You know, somehow it's gonna come. If you look at the wig, you don't want to wear a wig today, you want to have that braid on your hair. So you're actually going to need that skill. If you don't know how to make hair, before coming abroad, before coming to Canada, start learning how to make hair. Okay, start learning how to do eyelashes, start learning how to do all of those things, you know. For here, it might not be something people are learning that very easily, but you'll be surprised that there are people that still need it when they are doing their professional makeup. You know, those are the little things that you can learn before coming here. Now, sales skills is another skill that you need to learn before coming to abroad or Canada. Marketing skills are things that you need, are skills that you need. I mean, because not every time that you need to work hard, like do like hard labor. So sales skills are important if you know how to sell stuff. You know, for example, if you want to sell, for example, a small amount of products, like you can get something like from, you can see something on Facebook Market and you want to sell. You need sales skills to do that, you know. Or if you find something interesting in a thrift store that you want to sell, which is not your personal property, you can buy it, put it on Facebook Market, and somebody will come and buy from you, you know. So learn all of these skills, you know. You'll be surprised that making money can be so easy. The good thing about this skill is that a person that needs it will come to where you are located to come and pick up the item. So I shop on Facebook Market because it's a very easy place for me to find things quickly in my location, you know. So you need to be able to flip, you know. You see a nice pot, a nice flower jar that looks nice, and you know that somebody can pay higher for this amount. You bring it and list it on Facebook, and you add another $10 on it, add another $20 on it. You'll be surprised somebody will pick it. You know, that's how you know, make money. So I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to move to the ninth skill. Number 9 skill that you need to learn is to learn basic IT skills. If you are coming to Canada, don't just walk into Canada without knowing how to use computer, how to do so many IT stuff. There's so many free IT certifications out there that you can learn right from your country. If you are coming from Africa, you can learn some of these skills right from home in Africa before coming, you know. Over here in Canada, you know, these courses cost very expensive if you have to do it here, but if you get to do it back home in Africa, it can be easier for you to complete before coming here. So yeah, because it seems like cyber security, SQL, you can learn them all on the computer at home. Data analysis, project management, you can learn them, you know, all from home before coming to Canada. Digital marketing, you can learn them on Google, you can learn them on the internet. You don't need to tell any company that you learned this from that, because all they want to see is your certificate. You know, people know what these certificates are because they are valid. Learn, get these skills before coming to Canada. Know one or two of these skills and you are not going to regret it. Now, number 10 skill. So you're moving to Canada, you don't know how to use Microsoft, you don't know how to use Excel, you don't know what Python is, you don't know any of these IT skills, nothing basic. Sometimes some of these tools that companies are looking for are basically high school, you know. So you go to the experience part and you look, you see that all the things that they want you to use in terms of computer is just things that a high school graduate knows, you know. You know how to use like .com, you know how to use all these things that I mean, these cheap skills that do not cost you money. See, to learn Microsoft does not cost money. You should at least know how to use Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, you know, before coming abroad. You should be able to know how to enter into a Zoom meeting and attend meetings, because some jobs you need to be on Zoom during the jobs, you know. Sometimes just knowing these skills is what sets you apart, because sometimes you come and they're asking you, you're skilled, you're looking for a job, but you don't even know how to hold your mouse, you don't know how to navigate the computer and open one program after another. You just landed in Canada, you're a skilled worker, but you cannot demonstrate the fact that you have a skill. You know, they want to see your skills. So make sure you learn all of these skills before coming to abroad, you know. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is photography, the 11th skill that you will need to have before coming to Canada. You'll be surprised that photography is so lucrative. Ask women who are pregnant, who want to get a photo shoot when they are pregnant, and ask them how much some of them pay. Some of them pay about $1,200 just to have a photo shoot, you know, because you might need to do maybe like 10 photos, you know. Sometimes they charge from $400 to $1,200 depending on the quality and where they have to go, you know, for these pictures to happen. So sometimes you see, you go for a photo shoot may take like an hour, it may take an hour 30 minutes or even 45 minutes, and they're still going to charge you this amount of money, because when the picture comes out, they still need to work on it professionally. They still have to work on it professionally. So these are skills that you need to learn. These are skills that you need to learn, you know. So imagine doing this for 3 people in one day. You are talking about getting $1,200 to about $3,000 in a day, you know. So if you have like you have like a backdrop, you know how to do photography, you can get like a backdrop and put at the back of your house, and you can create like a studio where you can take people pictures, nice professional pictures, you know. So it's very easy to do this, you know. We used to have so many of these people that, you know, help us to take pictures. It's very easy to learn this skill, you know. So you cannot miss out on photography. Photography is a big deal right here. Ask people who have just given birth to babies and they want to take a photo shoot. Photography is a big deal. You want to know how to take pictures. You want to know how to take pictures during events. It's a big thing right here. You don't want to spend so much money. You want to make sure, because people go for events, they invite a photographer and they pay the photographer about $2,000, you know, just to get the pictures and the videos. You know what I mean? It's a full-time job for some people. Yes. So in this time and age, you can actually sell your own photo. You can take a picture of yourself and make a pictures through shorter wave, and you sell it. There's so many online platforms where you can make professional pictures and sell your photography. If you love nature, if you love the environment, the atmosphere, the stuff that, you know, people snap around, if you know how to take those pictures, you can put those pictures up and you sell them on those platforms. Have you not seen how people order digital photos to use them on their websites? Yeah. And then you'll be the one to go and buy frames when they put it out there. You'll be the one to go and buy the frames and put it in your house. So it's a very good skill that brings money. So makeup artist is another skill. That's a 12th skill. Now, we talked earlier about makeup artists. If you know how to put powder, it's not enough. Makeup artists, you know, you need to know how to make people's makeup so they look very professional. The right concealers at the right spot, you know. Makeup artists, they work very well. Like when you know there's an event, you always know they will call you quick to come to their house and help them give them a face beat. If you want to call a makeup artist for a quick touch-up, the last time I called one, it cost me about $250. I and my siblings, we had to pay $250 each. The lady went back home with about $750 from all of us. So if you don't know how to do all those things already, start learning, because there is a huge market, especially for us Africans. You know, there's a certain way our makeup has to look when we go out there to make sure that it looks right. You know, Oyibo people, they do makeup, baby, they don't replicate the way we do it. The way we do it and we glam up, you know. Yeah, we have our own way of doing it. So you want to make sure you learn it, you know. Now, number 13 is good communication skills. You need to know how to talk. Sometimes your problem is that you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to pass a message across. Or even if you are passing the message across, you are not doing it nicely. You need to learn how to speak respectfully, professionally. It's a good skill to have. You know, if you know how to communicate, when you get to interviews, you're going to shine. You're going to show out, you know. Most interviews, when you go and they interview you, they know that when they get you, they're still going to train you on the job. But before then, you still have to sell yourself by communicating effectively. Not only by speaking, but the way you write. Go on your CVs, edit the way you wrote your stuff on your CV. Make sure the punctuation is right, you know. Your CV has to be good. That's how you communicate your skills on the CV. Take time, sit down and check every grammatical error that is on your CV and your cover letter. Make sure they are all good, you know, and because if you can't do it, you can always have people that do it. And when you meet those people, those specialists in CV and resume, they charge quite an amount of money, like $100. You can always go and learn oral communication and written communication, spoken communication. Some people, sometimes you receive an email and you look at the way the message comes, you just know this email does not have a subject. You don't know, it's not constructive. A email just comes, it doesn't really, there's nothing, you cannot really get what the email is about. You don't know if this image is like an urgent message. There's some people don't know how to send an email and put that this message is urgent, is important, all those flags that you need to learn all those things. You're going to be communicating a lot with your employer via email, so it is very, very important that you learn how to communicate effectively. You know where you're coming from. Sometimes we come with the accent, your voice, we are not loud, but we are audible. We have knowledge in what we're saying, but we need to work on it. Let them not think that when you're speaking loud, it should not be as if you are shouting. It should come out appropriately. Okay, I'll leave it there. Now, the last one that I wanted to talk about today is to learn about AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is going to replace a lot of jobs. It's going to replace, and it's going to also create a lot of jobs. So if you don't know anything about AI, just like how you're watching these videos, go and look up AI. Do you know that even to start a YouTube channel these days, people are using AI to automate a channel and make money on it? You can literally have an AI script a YouTube video for you. AI give you a title for you. AI give you hashtag, and then you post it. You can even have AI actually go ahead and make you YouTube videos that you don't see anybody's video, but you just see information going on, hands writing. You don't have to show your face on the video, but you are getting the information, and the YouTube video also gets monetized. AI can do so many things, write scripts. AI can help you, give you hashtag titles for your video. So many things you can do with AI. I cannot continue to enumerate everything. The way the world is developing, everything is evolving, and you too need to be evolving. You cannot afford to be left behind and say, I just want to know what I know. Learn about artificial intelligence. Learn about AI. Is a right way to go right now. And if you don't know anything right now about it, it's on you. Don't sleep. You're going to be left behind. Like they said, most of the jobs that we are all fighting to get is going to be replaced by AI. Yeah. So that means only those people who know how to do artificial intelligence will be the ones that will know how to get this job easily. So we need to be evolving as things are evolving, So it is well, yeah. So for now, we're going to end there about all these skills. Let me know which of these skills you are trying to learn at this time. Let me know which one you're interested in. As for me, I made sure that I worked on my AI. I'm learning so much on AI, and I'm learning so much on photography. Yeah, so once I get all of that, you're not going to be seeing me again in this environment. You're going to be seeing so much changes over here. Yeah, because we all came here to make that money, right? Yes, we're going to make it. You know that one skill that only you are good at doing. So work on it. Deep down you know that skill that you're inborn to do. So work on it, Yes. Cooking, it may be cooking for you, Go ahead and work on it. Work on it. Yeah, some of you before coming abroad, some of you already had like businesses that were doing very well back home. Those are skills, that you can also develop, and make sure when you come here, try to establish the skills that you already had. If you had like a restaurant, you can come here and continue your cooking skills, and you monetize it, make money out of you. That skill that God has given you, make sure you use it to become something that will give you money. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not subscribed on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. My goal is to make at least 500 subscribers before the end of this year. All right, have a blessed day. Thank you, and bye for now.